Hey everybody, Raul here for Bass Musician Magazine, and today we have the great pleasure of chatting with an upcoming bassist, Cara Richard. Yay, Cara! So we're very
Hi.
excited when we have young people that are interested in music and on bass. So we like to start from the beginning. How did you get started in music and particularly playing bass?
Well, I've always liked music, and my dad suggested bass to me, and I was thinking of practicing an instrument there. So yeah, I kind of just he bought me my first bass, a Mitchell. It was like orange, and then I started practicing like for an hour or two every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's basically how I got started on it. We didn't
Gotcha.
record at first. We just practice songs.
Nice, nice. So is your dad your teacher? He also plays bass?
Yeah, he's my teacher. He used to be in a band, and yeah, he's good at bass.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, and I noticed, of course, you moved away from the Mitchell, and now you're playing on a Rickenbacker. How did that come about?
Well, and my dad thought that maybe I would that maybe I would enjoy that, and I would probably play better on it.
Hmm.
And I did, because I used to not put my right hand on the body. I used to have it on the neck whenever I was. Do you get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I I don't know how to explain it. And now I've just been playing better, I think.
Excellent,
And
excellent,
it sounds much better.
indeed. Well, and do you find, especially now that you have the Rick, and it's very inspiring to play. You've been working on your own system, or how is he teaching you this process? Because you're kind of self-taught. I guess your dad's helping you. What system are you using to kind of figure out how you work your tunes?
We kind of just listen to it by ear, and then we write it down. And I play it like that for a while, but then sometimes I can just play it without the paper being there.
Okay.
This is my book. It's got these songs: Steely Dan, uh, Carpenters, and Johnny Winter.
Gotcha. So how does that book work? Because I see you've got it looks like chord names. Are you just kind of working with roots and patterns around those, or what? How's that work?
These are notes.
I mean, we have notes
Okay.
like this cross-eyed Mary. It's got all these notes here.
Gotcha, gotcha. Very nice. And then that does give you the notes. I guess you're working the timing by ear from what you can remember, because if you've got the right note, you got to figure out where it fits
Yeah. It
in the
just comes
song.
naturally, kind of. Yeah, that's just how I'm kind of self-taught, but my dad helped a lot.
Gotcha. Well, and how do you pick the songs that you want to play?
Well, we have this list of songs that aren't too easy but aren't too hard, but sometimes they're a little hard.
Hmm.
And then I just pick out from the list, and then we can record them whenever I get them really down good.
Nice, nice. And I noticed also that you play with a pick predominantly. Why is that just by choice, or are you trying to go for a specific sound with the pick?
It's just I don't think I'm that ready for fingers, and a lot of popular bass players actually play with a pick, like Paul McCartney.
That is true. That is true. Now, you will find in the bass community there are some areas that people tend to get a little fussy about, and playing with picks
Yeah,
is one.
everyone's always like, I shouldn't be playing with a pick, and it's just
Yeah,
it's
it's a
easier.
little silly. The same thing goes with if you play with more than four strings. That gets people kind of ranting and raving. But you're absolutely right. There's some amazing players that definitely play with pick. Some of them do it for the sound quality, because with your pick, you get kind of more of a biting sound versus the soft tips of your fingers.
Yeah, I like it being like that. Like I can, like whenever sometimes I can play with my fingers, but like only for a short time because then my fingers get all sore and
Gotcha.
uh,
Well, that is always a work in progress on both hands because if you got your fretting fingers, I bet you when you started, those were getting kind of sore too, but they probably don't bother you anymore at all.
yeah, they don't bother me anymore. I think I've like grown like calluses and it's much better now. So
Nice.
I can go fast even with a pick, even if they say like fingers are faster.
It is certainly a choice. Now, I've noticed you've been working on a lot of popular tunes, a lot of cover tunes. Have you gotten around to playing with anybody? Do you play with your dad at all or other people live?
Sometimes I think I have played with my dad before. I think we played Shape of My Heart together. Like he was on guitar and then I sang with bass.
Okay.
And I've played with my sister. She plays piano, but we haven't recorded that.
Okay. Okay. Well, a very, very musical family. All you need is a drummer and you'd be all set, right?
My brother used to practice drums, but I don't think he does anymore. And he
Oh,
doesn't live with us because he's like 19 now.
oh, gotcha. So as you're looking ahead, I know you've got a lot of your bass journey, your music journey to go. What are your thoughts? What would you like to do? I know you're going to keep working on these, but do you have any plans to like try to go to school for this or want to be professional or something?
Not really. I haven't been thinking about it because I think I have to be like a little bit like older, like maybe like 2 or 3 years because I'm only 11 right now. I'm gonna turn 12 in less than a month, and I don't think I'm ready for like going out and doing a gig or something. I don't think I'm really ready for school or anything because my dad's a pretty good teacher, so,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty much like self-taught.
Nice. Well, it's never too young. Would you believe that I played with my first rock band when I was in fifth grade?
Wow.
So we did talent show. So not anything too big, but we had a couple of tunes and
Yeah,
it
there's
was
a
fun.
lot of we had a talent show yesterday and there's a lot of young players. Like there was a little boy playing Day Tripper on his guitar and then there was a girl playing Let It Be on her piano.
There you go. So maybe you can start talking to them, maybe get some jams going or something of people your same age.
Well, they're not really my same age. Some of them are like younger than me
Oh,
or
gotcha, gotcha. I hear you. Well, well, at least they're musicians. We'll put it that way. Musicians where that are near you.
yeah. I think I've just got to like get my confidence a little bit more up before I can do anything like that.
Nice, nice. Well, and I know that you've been working quite a bit on doing a lot of your YouTube videos and things. And if people want to see or hear what you're up to, one of the best places at Cara Rickbass. It's on YouTube, X, TikTok, and all that. So lots of places they can see what you're doing. And then you have on Facebook page at EG Studio 89. That sound about right?
Mhm. Yeah, that's it.
Perfect, perfect. Well, it's always very exciting to meet young musicians that are getting started. Now's the real time to develop your passion for music and wanting to do it. And I should probably ask because I'm sure you're inspired. Do you have any other bass players that inspire you to make you want to do this?
I really like Paul McCartney, Chris Squire, and John Deacon. You know, John Deacon, Queen, Paul
Mhm.
McCartney, and then Chris Squire from Yes.
Very cool. Well, those are some excellent choices, and certainly it kind of shows us the kind of music that you like as well. Because again, those are just amazing players, and they're very worth wanting to emulate and have kind of as role models in the instrument. Well, Kara, very excited to talk to you at this stage. We look forward to perhaps talking to you further down the road, maybe when you've got some big news or some maybe wait, you're cutting your album or you're going on the road or who knows what. The future's wide open. So folks, you've seen her here on Bass Musician Magazine at the very beginning of her bass journey, Kara Richard.
All right, thank you for having me here. It was nice talking to you about it.
Thank you, Cara. Have a good one.